Hello everybody, welcome back to the channel. Today I am wrapping some tops for our beehives. We're going to try this EPDM roofing as white. Just a rubber flat roof, commercial roof type stuff. I got it from ABC Supply. It's not cheap, but if it works out it should help the tops last, I don't know, pretty much indefinitely. So we've never used these yet, and I still don't know how to wrap the corners, but I thought I would show you guys kind of what I'm doing. We'll have a website soon, and we're going to be offering some boxes and frames and stuff and for sale. And what we're hoping to do is offer some of these tops ready built, already wrapped, and then offer just the plain tops. And then I also want to offer the EPDM roofing ready to just sell, and you just buy a piece for a full size or a nuke or whatever, like an 8 or 10 frame or 5 frame, whatever you got going on. And then you can just buy this, because when you go to buy it, you know, it's really pain. I had to buy a 16 by 13 foot chunk of this, absolutely filthy heavy. Drove an hour and a half to get it, and so it's not something that's real easy for, like, you know, if you're just going to do 2 or 3 hives, it would be really impractical to go spend $200 on a piece of rubber. But we're hoping to get enough of this, buy enough that we can cut squares and sell it. And we give you guys an option to have a really nice top without all the effort that we had to go through to get it. Had some issues with the staple guns I was using. I couldn't find anything to put a staple in consistently like this is doing. They all either went way too deep and would push through, or you would get some that would be rose up. It's a Metabo HTP. It's new, so I've been adding oil. They've been acting a little funny, but it's really been consistent using 5/8 narrow crown staples. So the trick here is to kind of figure out where you want to be, and I just do this hillbilly measurement thing. So about there. The way the rubber breaks, you've got a ton of space to as a drop no matter what you do, so you just have to get it close. And I'm using the seam in the table as a natural guide where the table folds. And I don't really pull these tight as I'm stapling, but when I first start, I give it a nice good pull and kind of get everything where it's not just around. These are primed with Kills primer, a couple of coats. And the guy that sells this stuff, they sell a glue that you can glue this on all the way, and we're going to try that, but you have to buy like a 5-gallon bucket of this rubber cement. And I'm not sure I want to mess with that. We'll see how this works. This may be the route that we stick with, but we're just putting a couple of coats of primer on this just to help moisture sweat in between, so the mold doesn't really start as easily. I'm left-handed, in case you didn't notice. So then I just pull these little flaps right here out, turn that over, and you don't pull as tight. Because you're not attached on the other side. You don't want to pull it across, but you just want to take up the slack on the side. And I've been starting in the middle, and that seems to work the best. Anyhow, so what I'm doing now is not actually really pulling it tight. Just get a little snug to kind of minimize the bow here on the side. using this stuff here. I find on new tools it helps it kind of to break in a little bit better. Oops. Been running good till I turn the camera on. All right. I'm not sure what's going on. Whoops. That'll be enough. If that helps it. Okay. Maybe this will turn into a review video. Yeah, so I do have one staple that left up here. They've been doing really well. I'm not sure what's going on now. So now I'm going to hold it here with my hand and pull it and give that a good stretch just to begin with. Take the slack out. And since this is the last one, this is where you take up most of the slack. So that's not frustrating at all. Like I said, I haven't figured out how to cut the corners yet. That'll be next. I got this. It's called splicing cement. It's rubber cement essentially. That's just by this brand for this, and it's supposed to be the color white, so you won't see it. So basically, we'll trim this corner, and it'll overlay. Where's the camera? Let's do this. And it'll overlay, you know, kind of something like that on the corner, but it'll be glued. So we'll see how that comes out once we figure that out. The big risk of these corners, when you do this flat roof, is now it's working better. Now, if you fold these wrong, you could actually funnel water in under it. So anyway, you got a little excess. They also have a TPM roofing that I want to investigate, but you have to use a plastic welder and air welder, and it's would be considerably more difficult for the average person to just, you know, I want to do a TPM roof this weekend. It would be kind of hard to do. But whereas this EPDM is a lot easier for people. But the TPO is a much harder plastic, and I think it would be much more durable. And it's slightly more expensive, not a whole lot more, but it's a lot harder to work with. So that's what you get when you wrap one with EPDM roofing. There's that one staple I gotta fix. This it's just pine on the side, rabbited in and glued, stapled. This is Advantic subflooring. Lowe's didn't have the right size plywood in exterior grade one day, and I had to get these built. So Advantic subflooring. My experience with this in water has been excellent. I have no idea if the bees will like it or not. I really hope they do. We're just sick something that I made out of it, so we'll see how that goes. And then down here at the bottom, there's my nukes. This is actually made out of rough sawn heart pine. I got from a local sawmill, planed it down. and I've got like 5 more in there wrapped in the garage. So we'll get these glued up and get them ready to install. I've got a split. There's my hive hiding that way down there. I was in this morning, got some videos up today. Got a split probably the next 2 to 3 days, maybe tomorrow. Steve will tell me. There's my gun. Anyway, we have stray dogs and other rattlesnakes in the yard. So I will get these glued up and show you guys how they turn out, and I'll get back with you later. Thanks for watching. Bye.